Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is another show brought to you by 8-Bit and Beyond. This one's a little bit different. It's not like Palm of the Night Paranormal. It's not like 8-Bit. It's not like anything else I work with outside of 8-Bit. This is a movie-themed podcast, and not like Villainous Cinema, where I pick apart with Evan Landon and Josh Flores really god-awful movies that our host makes us watch. This is Shoot the Reel, where we basically talk about the week in news and pick a couple different topics to talk about within each podcast. Today it's basically just going to be a rundown of what's been going on trailer-wise in the last couple of weeks for movies, along with why we love movies, why we're doing this, what our favorite movies are, what our least favorite movies are, movies we love, movies we hate, and movies we hate to love. I think that pretty much sums it up, so we'll get right into it. I am joined, like always, with Bump in the Night Paranormal. It's the same cast, actually. It's going to be a little less serious than Bump in the Night. So in this one, I'm Maddie Violence, joined by
Playcon,
which would be Christian, if you didn't know that. And then, if you have, do you want to use your old 8-Bit name?
I mean, I could use my own 8-Bit name.
Do you want me to introduce you?
Yeah, why not?
Good old Captain Tickle Pickle over here. Or is it Pickle Tickle? I could never get that right. It doesn't matter. It's embarrassing either way. You didn't. I told you to pick a fucking nickname. You didn't want to pick a fucking nickname.
I know.
And that's what came out. Right?
It doesn't matter. It works both ways.
It works both. Hey, remember, but you predate Pickle Rick. So, Tickle Pickle's older than Pickle Rick. So, hey.
Fair enough.
So tonight, I don't know how to start this off really. Do you want to start off with the rundown of the trailers? I think that'd probably be the best bet.
Yeah, let's do the trailer rundown.
Okay. So tonight we watched a bunch of trailers to kind of catch up on things and kind of give our opinions on them. The first one was Escape Room. And we'll start off with Patrick, because Patrick seemed to get... He kind of seemed like his pickle got tickled.
Oh, very much so.
So what did you think of Escape Room?
I mean, well, because I'm somebody that has actually participated in an escape room, I like the idea of the movie. And however, the movie itself is like a straight-out horror thriller, as opposed to being an escape room. You actually have like a time frame of when you actually have to like complete tasks and stuff. Whereas like, oh, you guys didn't finish. Okay, you get a cookie or a participation medal or participation thing.
I mean, I'm hoping, because I saw some foreshadowing in that trailer, and I'm hoping it's not, and I mentioned that in the trailer, I'm hoping that's not the case, is the dude that dies first, the only one they show actually like go down, you know? Mm-hmm. I'm hoping it's not my theory that seems to happen in a lot of these horror movies, that is the killer. Like Saw, they did the same thing, like the dude... Spoiler alert for Saw, folks. If you haven't seen it, it's not my fucking fault. You suck at life. The thing with Saw there's a couple of these movies I've done this to. I never did with Saw, but the twist for Saw was the first person dead in that room was Jigsaw. That was like the whole twist at the end. Like he gets up, fucking walks out of the room, and they're just like, what the fuck just happened? Amazing plot twist. I did accidentally call the spoiler for The Sixth Sense. When I was a teenager, a rowdy teenager, me and my friend were kind of drinking and partaking and stuff, and we're like, let's go see The Sixth Sense. Everybody is like fucking saying this movie's great. So we went and saw The Sixth Sense, and as soon as he gets shot in the stomach, my stupid drunk ass is like, he just fucking died. And then like. But when it hit that twist at the end, like, people were so pissed at me. I'm like, I didn't know. I was just joking around. Yeah, I kind of... And I was still shocked when it happened. I was like, shit, he really did die. So, Escape Room, you thought looked good? Like,
I mean, I thought it looked good. I mean, I get the concept. It had a Saw feel to it. Like, I put...
As Christian had mentioned, We'll get into Christian's. So, because we got to move kind of quickly through these because there's a lot of trailers to go over. For your take on it, what would be... Is it theater worthy or is it wait till rent?
See, I would say it's theater worthy. So
this is something you'd go see in theaters? I mean, it feels more like... I don't know exactly when it comes out. I know it came out today, actually, didn't it?
Yes, it came out today.
I don't know if I would go to see it in theaters. I'd probably just wait for it to come out.
You know what? Speaking of it, you know what I really miss? The discounted theaters that we used to have around here. Like Stewart had one, Fort Pierce had one. Basically, you go pay like $3 or $4 and you can watch the movie, but it's like like a month after it's released. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a second run theater. I used to love those, man. Those were my favorite places to go. We had one in Fort Pierce that was my favorite called the Festival Theater. Like Festival Theater, you could go there. They would have new run movies too, but they would discount tickets for second run movies. You'd go there. You could, like, first of all, you could smoke in the theater, which was weird. You could sit at a table, and you could actually order, like, steak dinners and shit. And then, yeah, they would deliver, like, actual food to you. It was awesome. They also showed Rocky Horror Picture Show there. So you would not, would you go, so you'd go see it in a second run theater, but you wouldn't, necessarily pay, like, $15 to $35, which seems to be the norm for tickets now.
Hell no, I'd pay to see it on Redbox or something.
Alright, so, like,
Right,
basically, like, yeah, probably shouldn't say brand names thing. So,
I mean, if you added the concept of actually, if you made an escape room to where the actual goal was $1 million, I'm pretty sure you would have a lot of people that would want to do.
Dude, you just get. Like, he said this first. Now my mind's rolling for other things. I already have a game show in the works with a certain person. I don't know if I should mention it yet because we're still like talking about this. He's a great host. I'll just put it that, and then maybe get excited because if you know what I'm talking about. But that should be our next game show, escape room. But like do like extreme things. I'm not saying like kill people off.
Like
But like have a prize, like a vacation somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But like have like you have to get through this escape room. But have like messed up things like the movie.
Right.
Like have like if you fail a puzzle or something, right? Have like somebody fall through, like there'll be like a compartment with padding underneath, but have them fall through the set or the stage, and then like they're gone from the game. So then you have to keep, and you just like picked off one by one, and whoever actually escapes gets to do like a final round of something, and then they go on to win a vacation.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but there was a TV show at one point. It was about like these contestants in like a mansion. It was like a last person standing thing, and I remember I specifically remember the last person to the last person to complete or the last person standing was like put in a vault, and they were, I don't know if they were shackled by their hands. Yeah, they were shackled by their hands and feet. And the whole room had different lock boxes, and they had to go through each and every box.
Was Tim Curry the villain?
No.
Oh.
They had to go through each and every box to find the keys to their shackles, and they won like $150,000.
Damn.
Yeah.
So your take on Escape Room? What do you think? I mean, of the trailer. We didn't watch the movie, but trailer alone. You got to remember, we're going on trailer alone. We haven't seen these movies. It's just our opinion on the trailer. If we see the movies, like with Spider-Verse, me and Christian will eventually talk about it. Hopefully Patrick will get to see it so we can talk about that too. Amazing movie. There's more on that. But Escape Room, what did you think of the trailer?
I thought it seemed too much like a Saw wannabe.
Like a Saw wannabe?
Yeah, like a Saw movie type thing.
Kin Saw wannabe?
Yep.
They're like, it's Watanabe, but it's Saw wannabe? It's a bad joke.
That's personally
like a
what I
game
thought
show
of it, but then it's also reminded me a little bit of Until Dawn, the PS4 game.
It did kind of have like a similar feel, but like, oh man, like that. You're adding ideas to this game show ideas. So you can have people online vote, and then like, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire has a lifeline.
Yeah.
Then we turn around and like people all can vote to tell you what path to choose, and then if it fails, then you're out.
You know what this movie, just by seeing the trailer, you know what it really makes me think of? For whatever reason, it makes me think of the Nickelodeon game show Finders Keepers. A little bit.
I was kind of thinking Legends of the Hidden Temple.
That
actually.
too.
But like modern and fucked up.
Yeah.
Like Legends of the Hidden Jigsaw, What team are you on? Team don't want my head to be chopped off by a giant tooth thing of metal. So I mean, anything else on the Escape Room for you? I mean, like,
I mean, based on what it is, I would either see it when it comes out on DVD or
You didn't let me use. See, I was working on making that a thing. Was it? Is it theater worthy or wait to rent? See,
mainly wait to rent for me.
Wait to rent or wait to stream
or not even watch at all.
I can almost guarantee that.
Ooh, just didn't do it for you, huh?
Not really. I mean, usually those type of movies aren't my thing.
No.
I'm willing to bet on the fact that this movie's only been out today?
Yeah.
For like a week or two, and I'm pretty sure escape rooms around here are going to be packed.
Or not. I mean, like...
Or not. Well, I think
like,
they would
well,
be.
this new shitty escape room just popped up in the old Orange Blossom Mall. That's kind of strange, man.
I think they would.
Let's go check it out. Yeah, that's not gonna... Alright, so, my take on it... I guess, like, if I had a free pass, or if it was like a matinee, or if it was cheap enough, I would see it in theaters. I am into this kind of movies. It does kind of tick my boxes on, like, suspense. Like, they do actually have... It looks like they actually have to solve puzzles. They only showed that once, though, in the trailer, which kind of bothered me. And so that could be just like, oh, they solved that one with the Fahrenheit 451, or, you know, like, that was genius to me. I was like, damn, that's fucking cool. And if they show that, I hope that scene's more elaborated on.
Well, another thing is, I love the fact that just by that scene alone, in escape rooms, the answer is in plain sight.
Yeah, it's always a hidden.
face.
Yeah, it's always a hidden puzzle. That's
Yeah.
kind of what makes it cool. All right,
The Riddler.
There's some things you actually have to look for, generally.
Okay.
So, I mean, as far as escape room, I think I'll probably wait till it'll probably show up on Netflix in several months, and I'll probably watch it then, or Hulu. Hulu seems to be getting some good movies too. It's kind of impressive. So we'll go on to the next one. This one was kind of like an out there one that we saw just randomly. It's called Motion: The Worm Valley. It looked kind of like Monster Hunter meets, like as you mentioned, Monkey King.
Yeah.
Something with a Monkey King meets
Tomb Raider?
yeah, there was a Tomb
like
Raider
a Tomb
vibe to it,
Raider.
and then meets Kung Fu, like or well, not sword, like more like the sword aspect of martial arts.
Yeah, not
Something like you'd see in an old, not Japanese Kung Fu movies, but his like like Destiny and Hero.
You know what happened? Tomb Raider and Avatar, they got together, and something weird happened.
I didn't get an Avatar vibe. I didn't.
I did a little bit.
Well, which Avatar? Like Last Airbender or like?
Like Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, I thought you meant I thought you meant blue.
No, not Blue Avatar. Like Avatar: The Last Airbender. It should have been more specific.
Not the blue Avatar group.
No.
I can see it a little bit for the little Avatar.
Yeah, I kind of can too. Which, side note, I'm really pissed right now because they announced the Avatar: Last Airbender show for Netflix, and that really I was like, I don't really want to see that because like the last live action movie by M. Night Shyamalan. I won't go into his full name. It looked fucking awful. It was fucking awful. And then they're like, oh, well, Netflix is making a series. I'm like, Jesus Christ, no, don't do that. And then like the original creators of the cartoon are like, well, we're on board and we're writing and we're going to help direct. I'm like, do it. And then people have been, I guess, flooding them with audition tapes. Like, like, it reminded me of, when like those old, I don't know, you probably don't remember this, but like when we were kids, you would see like late night television, they'd have like the dating tapes.
Yep.
Where like, oh, so you do remember that?
Yeah,
like,
I remember that.
Where it's like, this is Date Connection, and it would be like,
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Arthur, I'm 32, and I don't live with my mom, she lives with me. You see, I have 32 cats. They're technically my mom's, and they live with me too. My hobbies include making small models out of hair and fishing off the docks of the power plant. And it'd be like weird shit like that. Be like, my hopes and dreams are growing a third eye and maybe another cock. Like, it would be weird shit like that. And you'd be like, what the fuck is going on? That's kind of what I guess Netflix has been going through, because the creator of Avatar is like, hey, guys, thank you for sending in all your audition videos, but we haven't even gotten to that part yet. We'll let you know. But the thing was, is they pretty much gave away that we won't get the Avatar series until next year, till 2020. And I was just like, I was like, God damn it! Why would you hype people up for something that isn't even coming out till 2020? Like, it's like video games to me. Like, that's fine because it takes a long time for development and a lot of stuff. But movies don't usually hype shit up, or series don't hype shit up until like right before they start production.
Right.
Like Jay and Silent Bob reboot is being made this. Well, I think they start production this month.
Yes.
And it's been in pre-production, and you know that as a fan, but he hasn't hyped it until recently to be like, yeah, we're going into production. It's happening. He still talks about how he wants to make Clerks 3, but a certain Jeff Anderson doesn't want to come back. Damn you, Randall. Anyway, so, Motion: The Worm Valley. What did you take away from that movie? Is it something you'd want to see? We don't even know what it's about. It doesn't even really tell you what it's about. It just looks like a bunch of monster hunters.
And it's subtitled.
And it's subtitled.
Because it's a Chinese movie.
Yeah, it's only in select theaters currently.
It
came out today.
It might be a Fathom Events thing for us later on, but
yeah, it came out today.
All right, so I mean that'll probably end up on Netflix. So, would you watch it on Netflix if it's there? Is it Netflix?
I would definitely watch it on Netflix. Heck yeah.
Maybe. I think it's a possibility.
Are you even into kung fu movies and stuff?
I would even go see it in theaters.
Yeah.
I probably would have. I don't know. Some of the special effects look a little blurred, which means like low budget CGI, and that always makes me nervous.
Yeah, but
you know how I am though. I'm a sucker for practical effects, so I'm more like if I see practical effects, I'm just kind of mix these around because I got this next one coming like practical effects. Like there's CGI in this next one, but the practical effects and the prosthetics look amazing, and that's Hellboy.
Ah, yes.
Now, so Patrick, what did you think of Hellboy?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it looked like I would watch it because I've seen the Hellboy movies with
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
And I thought those were pretty good.
Oh, they were fantastic. I mean, those are two of my favorite. Those are probably my two favorite comic book movies, to be honest with you. Just because, like, growing up, like, I had a weird sense of what I loved as far as comics. Like, people were like, "Oh, the X-Men!" Like, I love the X-Men. Like, Batman, like the animated series. Fuck yeah! But my favorite comic book hero of all time is really weird to people, and Hellboy's one of them. But the other one is the Max. He's purple, has yellow like gloves with like the middle finger sticking up, and they're a claw.
Okay.
And like he's just fucking fantastically amazing. Done by one of my favorite comic book artists.
Todd McFarlane?
No. Oh, Sam Keith, man. Sam Keith wrote and he did like the painting and stuff for these comic books, just like crazy stuff. MTV made it a cartoon series for a while.
Okay, yeah, that's where I saw it.
It might be too old for you. I don't mean that in a bad way. Just like not a lot of people know what it is. It's an obscure title anyway. He's coming back though.
It came out a year before I was born.
Damn. But Sam Keith is finally brought back to Max, and coming soon he's going to be fighting Batman in Arkham Asylum.
No,
because the Max is in Arkham Asylum apparently.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm stoked because Sam Keith's doing the artwork and he's writing it again. But that's the other one was Hellboy, because Hellboy told these like stories based on, and it goes to our paranormal thing too. Actually, Hellboy told stories of Hellboy would actually go and hunt down these actual paranormal like legends from all over the world, and they were usually based on real lore. Some of the characters within Hellboy weren't, but some of the things that he hunted were, which is like because basically like you gotta look at like Abe Sapiens, basically like the creature from the Black Lagoon. Rasputin's Rasputin. I mean, he's a real fucking not fictional. He's a historical character. Rasputin. They exist. People did believe he was an immortal. He did somehow cure a disease of one of Anastasia's brothers, and like that they never thought would be possible. He was anemic or something like that, and like somehow Rasputin cured that. Like Rasputin was a black magician. So that was cool. So Hellboy to me looks great. So like to you though, was that something you'd see in theaters? Would you?
I would go to see it in theaters.
So theater worthy or wait to rent?
I'd say it's theater worthy.
What about you?
Oh, theater worthy all the way. Speaking of theater worthy, it comes out April 12th this year.
Damn, you see, I didn't write that down. I should have. So you're this is why you're like the producer of this show, right? You keep things in line. I just host and make a fucking ass out of myself, but entertain people and help you guys get along too. They get along fine. I just meant like with the show. Ew. Damn. Not getting that dirty on this show. All right. As far as I go with Hellboy, and Christian knows this, when they announced that they're making a new Hellboy movie, I got mad, and Christian had to listen to me basically rant. I'm like, I don't want another Hellboy movie. I want Ron Perlman, damn it. Then it got announced that David Harbour was going to be. I was like, the dude from Stranger Things, the flabby sheriff from Stranger Things. I don't want that. Turns out I did want that because when they showed the prosthetics and his makeup and everything, he looked amazing. And then the trailer came out. And now people that were like into the movie before are now bitching because it's not as dark as they'd hoped. But going back on my childhood, the comic books for Hellboy, yes, they are dark, they are gritty. But however, they always had a dark, twisted sense of humor. Because Hellboy's technically a teenager. That's what people don't understand. He may look like an old man, like an older man, but his species or whatever he is a guy like he's a teenager. He's not like even Ron Perlman's. They mentioned that he's more like a teenager. Like that's why he he's able
That's
to
why
drink a lot. He
he's
smokes
the
a
way
lot.
that he is.
Yeah, it's the way he. That's why he's the way he is. He's like an 18 or 19-year-old man. And
he never ages, just stays the same.
he perpetually ages, but he's like very slowly. You know, like
Yeah.
But then I saw the trailer and I was like, oh my god, dude, I want this movie. And then Ron Perlman, I guess, went to dinner with David Harbour. You know, like the whole meet your parents thing. You know, like with the girlfriend and boyfriend.
Meet your original
What are your
parents.
intentions with Red? I just want to know. Do you plan on staying with Red for a long time, or is this just a hit it and quit it type situation? But afterwards, Ron Perlman was all for it. So, like, as far as you go, then you said theater worthy.
Mm-hmm.
I think theater worthy. I think I'll be there day one. If it's a midnight showing on Thursday, I'll probably go to that too.
Me
Hell,
too.
we'll probably review it on this show. All right, so we got a lot to keep going. 20 minutes in. I'm gonna skip some of these because some of them were just fucking awful. I'll stay with replicas though. Replicas, the one with Keanu Reeves, where it doesn't explain. Like he brings his wife back, and then she's gonna die again.
Well,
so he's trying to.
Well, yeah, well, what had happened? His wife and his daughter died.
So he just brings back his wife.
No, he brings back both of them.
Oh, does
Brings
he?
back both of them.
Catch that.
It's so. There's a movie that sounded similar to this, but I can't remember the name of it.
I know what movie you're talking about too. It kind of reminded me of Full Metal Alchemist with the guy that needed funding, so he turned his daughter into a hybrid with the dog.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you did get a little bit of the hybrid thing with the robot.
Yeah, that looked awful. That CGI looked awful.
Or was it about that couple that created that humanoid thing?
You talking about AI?
No.
Oh,
No.
that piece of train wreck shit. Fucking Stanley Kubrick made this amazing movie, but he died while he was directing it. And then Steven Spielberg came in, and what was supposed to be a dark, gritty film, Steven Spielberg turned into like this family sap of shit.
No, it was about a couple. They were like scientific researchers, like looking into like cloning or something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The
Yeah.
one with the chick, and she's got like
Splice.
There we go. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Splice. That's the name of the movie.
Splice was pretty odd. So
Messed up.
the CGI looked awful. Keanu Reeves looks like it's just a paycheck to him. It doesn't look like how he feels in John Wick, where he like feels like into the role.
Or
Like,
We forgot to watch. There's no trailer yet for that, is there?
No.
Damn.
Dr. Wick.
Dr. Wick, cloning woman.
Have you guys ever seen the movie The Lazarus Effect?
No,
No, I've heard of it. Haven't
but
seen
we
it.
gotta keep it moving. Like replicas. Would you see that in theaters? Is it theater worthy, or is it wait to rent, or is it burn on a pile of fire?
Oh man, I want to say theater worthy, but
Wow,
I want to.
wowee, that's just crazy.
Wow, what are we doing? Christopher Walken there?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes I feel it, and sometimes I don't.
Oh, sounds like a personal problem.
Probably. That explains my relationship. Anyway, moving on.
For me, for replicas, I would say because of Keanu, I want to see it in theaters, but I'm gonna wait.
Because of Keanu, that's what it is. Like nobody in that movie is like.
Are you
There's
expecting-
nobody in that movie except for Keanu Reeves. And
What
it's
a
like
revelation that turned out to be.
Keanu
More than
Reeves.
likely-
I'm going to see it.
Rental though.
I guess this movie's gonna be
or
reloaded.
stream. Rent /
This movie's
stream.
gonna be so
Fuck you.
reloaded.
Fuck you. You know what? I seem to be the only one that enjoyed The Matrix all the way through, but I think that ties into personal experiences. Like, I skipped school with my dad to see. Wait. Reloaded was good. Well, hold on.
That's the second
No,
one.
Reloaded.
That's the second one. Revolutions is the third one. That's the one you mean, right?
I
Reloaded's
said
the one where he has to
Revelations.
fight like a billion Mr. Smiths, and it's one of the coolest
I said-
things. Fucking.
I said Revelations first, and I said.
No, you
well,
said Reloaded both times.
I did.
Yeah.
Well, that's because I said it the second time.
So once you say it a second time, it
No,
becomes Revelation.
God damn it! I said Revelations first,
No, you
and
didn't.
then I followed suit
That's fine.
with Reloaded.
It's fine. Anyway,
God
I
damn
skip.
it.
Okay,
Fucker.
so here's the thing. I skipped school with my dad to see Reloaded, and then after that, my friend Corey's like, "Matt, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm back at home." He's like, "You didn't go to school today?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "I'm still at school, but my mom's coming to get me." I'm like, "All right, what are we doing? Or what are you doing?" He's like, "You want to go see Matrix Reloaded?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, let's go see." So I saw, and it's the same thing with Revolutions, like the exact same thing. So I skipped school, and each time I saw Reloaded and Revolutions like twice in one day on the opening day, because I'm a huge Matrix fan. Like, I love the Matrix. Dude, I had this like $90 book that was The Art of the Matrix. Most amazing book of art I've ever seen. Anyway, we gotta keep moving on. I'm going on rant. Replicas. Matrix replicas. It's the next Pirates of the Caribbean. They're just gonna keep making them. I don't want to really go into Upside because you said Upside looked good. Perfect Strangers looked like weird. There was no Balky or Cousin Larry. Kind of pissed me off. We got Glass. I mean, we shouldn't cover Glass because everybody wants to see Glass. I think
Comes out this month. I think
I
the
don't
19th.
fucking know. I don't know. You wanted to see Glass? I thought you did.
I want to see Glass.
I mean, I would see it just for the psychological thriller of it, because I
I feel like it's more of a superhero flick. Like Unbreakable was a superhero flick at its core.
I'm more interested in like the mental aspect of people, and that's where I'm like, oh, it's interesting. Like why some people are like so fucked up to where they have like split personalities and different mental disorders and things. Not fucked up. It's the wrong word.
It's okay.
Thing to say.
But yeah, it comes out the 18th this month.
See, my thing is I probably won't go see it in theaters just because I have not, and it's been a long time since I've watched Unbreakable. Amazing movie if you guys have not seen it.
I think it might still be on Hulu.
Get the fuck out of here, really? Mm-hmm. So I'm probably going to go watch Unbreakable. I haven't seen Split because I didn't know they were tied together until like one of my friends, told me like later on. Oh yeah,
me too.
And I was like, well, they're not going to make a sequel to Unbreakable. Like that was just like a ha-ha for M. Night Shyamalan. And they made a fucking sequel to Unbreakable. So Unbreakable to me was like a gritty real life, like Superman could exist among us and Superman is here, but he's not like, he is beatable. There is a way to beat him, and that's what Glass kind of is Glass finds a way to pretty much take out Superman. Glass is basically Lex Luthor. Yeah, he's pretty much Lex Luthor.
Pretty much.
See, I can't see. I was doing all right with the walking earlier, I think, but it failed me right there. And I could do like, he is like the Lex Luthor. Oh, thanks. So Perfect Strangers look like no Valky, no Cousin Larry. Adult Life Skills was a weird one. That's kind of like an Irish comedy or British comedy. I'm not sure. They could have been Welsh. They could have been Irish. The kid would be king, or the kid that wait, was it the kid that wished he could be king, or what was the
the kid that would be king.
The kid that would be king. Now, at first, I thought this was one of those sappy bullshit growing up stories that nobody wanted to watch. But I'll start with Patrick, because Patrick got all giddy as soon as he saw the fucking trailer come on. So, what did you think of this movie? Or the trailer?
I mean, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, a kid is like getting picked on one day, and he is like going in like a construction zone kind of.
That's outrageous!
He's like, and ironically, he just happens to find a sword and a stone. He pulls it out, and it reminded me of King Arthur. And
that's what it is.
Yeah, basically. King Arthur,
I mean, like, is it something you would? Is it? Oh, who plays Merlin?
Oh,
Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart.
Professor
sorry.
X.
I almost said Patrick Stewart. I almost said Neil.
Just remember, if somebody says Professor X, somebody says Professor. Oh, what the fuck was it? Oh, what was the line? Deadpool said it.
No, either Patrick or...
Yeah, what was it? I can't remember the dude's name. He's in Glass. What the...
Oh,
shit. That's weird. Because I really like him as an actor, and before we started recording this, I said exactly...
Damn.
Whatever. Anyway, so Patrick Stewart plays Merlin. It looks great. So you'd see that in theaters?
I would see that in theaters, yeah.
All right. So what about you?
Oh, I would definitely see it in theaters. It also reminded me a little bit, not so much of Kid in King Arthur's Court, but
I was gonna say, God,
yeah,
Jesus, that's an old movie. Get your socks and feet on my drinks, my juice.
And it will be out on the 25th of January.
Damn.
So
to pick like further out on some of these trailers.
Fuck, put it back in.
So theater worthy for you?
Yeah, I would definitely see it in theaters.
I would at first. At first, I was like, and you guys will vouch for that. Like I was like, oh, this is one of those movies with like an upbringing and like political correctness is just gonna fucking ruin shit. And then I started seeing that, and then I saw the sword. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Another key part of, and I know we're like dragging it on a little bit, but there was another trailer where he's in the bathroom with his mom, and he turns on the faucet.
We're looking at the poster. The poster's badass.
It reminds me of Thor.
Oh, Ragnarok? Or just like Thor?
Just Thor.
If Thor had a sword.
Well, he has the Stormbreaker, which is an axe.
And
Stormbreaker?
Stormbringer, I think.
He turns on the...
It brings the storm. He turns on
the faucet for the bathtub and it fills up with water. And he's like, Mom, don't freak out, okay? And she's staring at the bathtub. And he's like, Lady of the Lake, would you please return Excalibur? And like 5 seconds pass by. And you see a mermaid just like... shoot out of the water.
That's pretty cool.
With the sword.
At least like hopefully it doesn't go to a sequel like in his teenage years where he's like, Lady of the Lake, please do some stuff.
What? Do some stuff.
Well, Lady of the Lake used to like try to seduce Arthur with like
do the nasty.
Yeah. Hey, Lady of the Lake, play with Excalibur for a bit.
If you haven't seen it, there's a BBC show called Merlin, which is really good.
I have. Do you know who plays King Arthur in that? Or not King Arthur, but who plays the king in that?
Forgot his name, but
it's Anthony Stewart Head. It's Giles from Buffy.
Giles from Buffy, yes.
It's also Reaper. It's the Reaper Man from Genetic Opera.
Oh,
Reaper the Genetic Opera. Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff. Great actor. Love him. I didn't like him as a bad. I don't like seeing him as a bad guy just because I loved him as Giles or whatever. It's just like, no, don't be a bad guy. He's like, fuck that Merlin prick. I don't like fucking magicians. But he doesn't know Merlin's a magician.
Mm-hmm.
Good show. Good. It is a good
Very
show.
good show.
I think it ended. I think they got canceled before they concluded it, though. Right?
No, they got to conclude it in a way, but it still kind of left it vaguely open.
Yeah, I mean that was cool. It was cool seeing Merlin as a young, like it didn't make sense like chronologically because like Merlin's an old man when Arthur meets him, but it's fine. It's good.
And the actress who played Morgana is Lex Luthor's sister in Supergirl.
I can't get it. I tried. I know it's like that to me is like the Kingdom Hearts of superhero shows. Like the first season's so boring. I just can't do it. And you're like skip to the second. I'm like then I'll miss so much shit. And I won't know what's going on.
Well, just watch the one where the Flash shows up in the first season, and then
the musical.
Then that one.
Is that the
no? The musical's in the second season.
See I watched the musical crossover like just because they're both from Glee,
Mm-hmm.
and so it was kind of cool seeing that again because that's a thing for me. I kind of dig Glee. Don't judge. All right, so Capture State looked pretty cool, but we're not going to get into that really. The one I want to talk about the most, because I'm going to skip some of these. Well, we'll do this last page real quick. Lego Movie 2.
I still say is going to be good, and I say see it in theaters for me personally.
Right, and I think you had the same consensus I had.
Yeah.
Just.
I
haven't seen the first one, so that's mine. Yeah, it's like I don't know. I mean, like it might be okay. I don't really like how they portray certain characters. It's just kind of.
And that comes out on February 8th for all your people out there listening.
So and then, oh my god, and then after that we witnessed something I never thought I'd see that looked fucking, holy god, it looked god awful. And the Playmobil the movie.
Oh.
Playmobil the movie, and instead of doing the Lego route and going with the theatrical releases of their films, doing actual Legos in stop motion. Mind you, when I was younger, me and my friend Joe, with the Lego movie kit, actually made almost a full Evil Dead 2 movie with Legos, with like the whole like zoom in scenes and shit and all. Because we got low with the camera on like a stick, and we're just like, because you could do that, you could like because the camera had like Lego pieces on it too, so you could stick like a Lego piece on it that was like a wand kind of thing, and we would zip through towards the cabin, and then we would have like stop motion parts where like Ash is running back towards the cabin. Dude, we were ahead of our time with that shit, and I kind of like I want a Lego Evil Dead 2. Like I think I'd be like all down for making that. If you guys want to Lego, you want to let me do something crazy for adults that love Legos, I got your back. I'm your man. I know a guy. So Lego Movie 2 to me though is like. Yeah, but then the Playmobil movie goes to like this it looks really awful, like kind of looks like one of those made for TV movies or direct to DVD movies. You'd see like Nostalgia Critic fucking attack, it's just like it looks just god awful, and So it's not real Playmobil's things. So they started doing what Legos did with their TV shows way before the Lego movies and their shorts. And it just looks
Well,
bad.
it starts off as a live action movie, and then
Yeah.
they teleported into Playmobil.
Yeah, which was really weird though.
Yes.
The only good part about that, and I said that when we watched the trailer, was like at the end it's like release the beast, and then you see this knight, he's like running out, he's like he's coming. He's just like taking off. Like he's like I have no part in this. I don't want any part of this. That was kind of funny. Actually, Patrick was kind of cracking up during most of the trailer. So Patrick, do you want to go see the Playmobil movie?
I mean,
We can put you in the stroller, maybe get you in for free.
maybe it could work.
Your baby sure is hairy. He's got a disease.
I'm just gonna wait to see it on stream. Probably.
You can still watch it.
Maybe. I gotta
would
watch
go-
the bad stuff. I have to.
I feel like I
Dude,
would
that's
pay.
true.
I feel like I'd pay to see it in theaters, but only to make jokes and shit.
We can just do that when it comes out.
Yeah, on
2
stream.
weeks later. All right. Then there was I don't even remember what I wrote this down, but I'm not even Triple Frontier. Like, what is that? We watched the trailer. I just don't remember what. Oh, Triple Frontier is that Netflix movie with Charlie Hunnam
and Ben
Ben Affleck. Batfleck.
That was,
It
I guess,
does look pretty-
produced or directed by Wonder Woman. I saw that flash. real quick.
Directed. I think it was directed by the Wonder. I'm probably wrong on this, but I think it was directed by the chick that did Wonder Woman,
Okay.
and produced by like Christopher Nolan or something like that. Like it's got some pedigree to it. Plus, Ben Affleck's an amazing fucking actor. I don't give a shit. Like I still think he's one of the best Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking come at me, bro. I'll fucking carry you a new one. I don't give a shit. So we're gonna kind of keep moving because we got a lot of stuff to still talk about. We talked about Hellboy. So Greta. Patrick is all terrified during the fucking for the Greta thing. I gotta admit that looks like a fucking crazy movie.
I wasn't
Yes.
so much as terrified. The one movie that it reminded me of was a movie I absolutely cannot fucking stand for the life of me. It's called Gone Girl. That's what it made me fucking think of.
See, that's weird because I got more of a Misery Kathy Bates vibe from it, just with younger girls instead of like writers.
Yeah, that's full on psycho bitch.
Yeah, have you ever seen Misery?
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's fucked up. Gone Girl was just as bad.
Apparently, Greta, just because I like to look at stuff a little bit, it was released not in the U.S. on September 6, 2018, but we will be getting it on March 1st of this year.
Ooh, that's never a good sign, really. Actually, that's never like a good sign. for a movie.
Maybe.
Yeah, TIFF is where it was.
Are you sure that's not like there's not like a?
Oh, the Toronto International Film Festival.
Oh, that's different. That's just a one-time show. That's different. That's usually how they get. Same thing with Sundance and South by Southwest. I think is one of them.
Yes.
There's a couple different ones. What it is? Canes is the same way. You take your movie there. If you get picked to show it, you show your movie. You talk about it, and then pretty much it's the find people to distribute it.
Oh, similar to how Kevin Smith.
Yes, that's how he got
Okay.
Clerks,
Yeah, with Clerks.
produced or not produced, but distributed. He actually with I think it was Red State. He had this smart idea because he didn't want to be tied down distribution wise to somebody that like where he wouldn't make any money. And I'm pretty sure it was Red State. Like, it might have been Tusk, but one of the movies he made not too long ago, he actually did this like open auction and then turned around and bought it for $1, and then made a lot of money. Made more money than he would. It was a weird story. It was kind of cool. Then he just like took it around the country and showed it off. Like you paid like $50. You get to see the movie, and then you do a Q&A, and his Q&A is like a stand-up comedian special. He's amazing live. I've never been able to see him live, but like I've watched his videos.
Yes, I would love to meet Kevin Smith.
Yeah, me too. He's like my fucking idol. He's what I do.
Him and Jay.
Yeah, I mean, like I would be alright. I've actually met Jay before. I met Jason Mewes. He's a cool guy. But like Kevin Smith's always been like the person that kind of gave me my my sense of humor and my spark for movies and stuff. So we'll get more into that. But so MIB International. Wait, I mean, you watched the trailer. What'd you think of the trailer, Patrick?
I thought it was pretty good. I just think that the original cast of MIB was will be my all-time favorite.
Well, it's not there's a chance that they might come back. I'm sorry. I skipped
Oh,
ahead.
they
I
might
did skip ahead. As far we didn't mention like Greta. Like, would you see that in theaters? Like, would you? Or is that not your cup of tea?
Here's the thing. I feel like I would see it in theaters, but I would probably walk out mid-movie.
Ooh, I got. Have you ever done that before?
No.
No.
Oh, see, I've done it once.
I came close.
I've done it once, and it was the remake of Wolfman with Anthony Hopkins in it and shit. I walked out like 30 minutes. I couldn't. This is the only movie I've ever walked out. And I've seen some bad movies. Dude, I didn't even walk out during The Dark Knight Rises. I was like, oh, this movie's fucking... I just made fun of it. But, like, The Wolfman, I was just like, I'm bored. I can't do it in 30 minutes. I want my money back. So you'd walk out of Greta, you think?
I feel like I would.
I don't know.
I think it would be just pure frustration of the... not frustration, just the fact that there are some people in this world
that are like that?
Yeah,
I could see what would be an issue.
Yeah, I would probably see it in theaters, but probably also wait for streaming. But more or less, I like the actresses that are in it, so...
I don't remember. I know the one. I know Hit Girl, Chloe.
The actual person who plays Greta, I could have sworn I've seen her before.
Maybe. She
seems familiar.
I can't remember her name.
All right. So the last movie that we watched the trailer on that I really want to talk about is the one I'm kind of.
We need to finish up MIB.
Well, yeah. I was getting back into that.
Oh.
We'll go back to that then. MIB. You feel like, what would you feel like? You were talking about how it. The people that are in the original cast.
Oh, I could see them kind of making cameo appearances.
Outside to make you, I hate to make you sad, but chances are they don't.
Yeah.
Unless they're like throwing us through a ringer, which is possible. There's no supposed Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones.
Well, I mean, they still kind of made a little cameo in the paintings.
Yeah, but I mean, like people are gonna want that cameo, and they're probably not gonna get that cameo. I mean, like Will Smith's got this animated spy movie. That's like the only thing he's done. In a long time.
I think I would go to see that.
Would you see it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think seeing Thor and Valkyrie together again is kind of a good. You know, they were great in Ragnarok together. Like their chemistry was fantastic.
Yeah, he even gets a small hammer.
Yeah, there's a that's my favorite. The favorite part of the trailer is like, do your best, man, or something. And he to fight this alien, he picks up this like hammer, and it's like a little tiny Thor hammer, basically. And he chucks it at the dude, the guy catches it or swats it away, and just like, that's fucking hilarious. It's a very good trailer. It made the movie seem larger than life, which is great. I think so you'd see it in theaters? It's theater worthy?
Yeah, I would. I'd see it in
For me, just like Hellboy, I guess, theater worthy for me, since I've seen all three of them in theater. Well,
two. Because the other two
the-
weren't released.
yeah,
The animated
that's
movies weren't released.
The first one, well, there's been three.
There's 3 animated movies?
No, there's 3 Men in Black movies.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Hellboy, because you mentioned Hellboy again. So.
Oh, no, yeah, I'm just saying, like Hellboy, I would like to see Men in Black in theaters.
Oh, okay.
Because I saw the second and the third in theaters. I just didn't see the first one in theaters.
See, that was weird, because if I remember correctly, it wasn't so much longer after Independence Day that Men in Black came out. I think I saw, when Independence Day came out, I saw that movie like 5 times in theaters. The last time, once again, being at that theater I mentioned, Festival Theater in Fort Pierce, sitting down eating my like steak dinner when I was a kid. I had like extra money. So I was like, I'm gonna go get a steak dinner and watch Independence Day. My dad's like, you really want to do that? I'm like, yeah. He's like, really want to eat steak from that place? I'm like, sounds like fun. He's like, all right, I'll drop you off and pick you up. So I went and fucking did it. Steak was awful. The movie was awesome. I'd already seen it. I was sitting there reciting it line for line. Probably most times chewing on a fucking hard ass steak, just like. Like,
How does he go?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So I saw Men in Black. Whenever that came out, I saw that in theaters too because
97.
Like, 97. So around the same year. Like Independence Day was 96.
I think Independence Day might have been the same year.
Get the fuck out! There's no way that they did that. Like Will Smith, you're gonna be in two alien comedies.
No, 96. You're right.
All right, so a year apart.
Yeah,
That's probably
July 3rd, 96 for Independence Day, and July 4th of 97 for Men in Black.
So wait a minute. The movie that takes place on Independence Day got released on July 3rd. The movie called Independence Day get released on July 3rd. Men in Black got released on Independence Day.
Yep.
You know how I would have punched the tagline in for that?
Wait, that's for U.S. July. Yeah, for that Independence Day, July 3rd, 96 for the U.S. That was the initial release. Yeah, 97, July 4th, 97 for Men in Black. But then I see the little thing that says Iceland, which is weird.
Alright, cool.
But yes, that's hilarious.
My tagline for Men in Black.
Technically, our release date was July 2nd.
My tagline for Men in Black women. Come see the real movie, or come see the real alien movie that actually got released on Independence Day.
In Iceland.
Fly to Iceland. It's pretty country. It's not ice. And then so I'd go see it in theaters. I think it looked good. It looked fun. I like the fact that like apparently, Chris Hemsworth's car is like just made of weapons. That was cool. He's like kicking the fucking hubcap, and it's turning into like the barrel for like a Tommy gun and shit. And, like,
well, not to mention Chris Hemsworth was trained by the best. I mean, after all, he trained Batman, a Jedi, Obi-Wan.
That's right. Qui-Gon
Jinn and
Qui-Gon Ghoul or
Qui-Gon Ghoul.
Qui-Gon Raish Al Ghul Jinn. Yeah, so Liam Neeson's in that too.
And he fought a wolf.
I wonder if an alien takes his daughter.
You
don't get to see him fight the wolf. That was a huge false advertisement there. So the next one, the one I'm really excited about, is the guy, Jordan Peele. If you don't know who Jordan Peele is, other than Key and Peele, which is one of my favorite sketch comedy shows of all time, which you should watch, it's great. Jordan Peele wrote and directed this movie 2 years ago?
Yes.
Called Get Out, which was just this fantastic suspense. Something I've never seen before, like the way it was shot, the way it was written, the way it was done. Really well done flick. Very like social, like it was like a punch to your social nads. And he's got this new one coming out, and it's called Us, and it's kind of like Coraline on acid.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. Patrick, we'll start with you like we have been. What did you think about the trailer for Us?
It had a Get Out feel to it, and it kind of...
Well, it supposedly takes place in the same universe, to let you know. That's kind of like what was hinted at.
Well, that, and there was another movie. I can't... you guys ever seen the movie The Strangers?
Yeah.
It kind of had
it does.
Like that,
and it's kind of like, it's like The Strangers meets Coraline, though, because...
That, and the thing about, the thing with Coraline is the fact that, it didn't have so much of a feel as...
Kitty! Sorry, there's a cat kind of behind you. I wouldn't try that.
In Coraline, though, the main protagonist is somebody else. Like, preferably other than you. If that makes any sense.
The main protagonist in the...
Coraline
is protagonist. Coraline is the main protagonist in Coraline.
Well, Coraline's not the main protagonist.
Yes, she is. She's the main character. She's the protagonist. She's the good guy.
Well, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm getting the word mixed up.
Oh, antagonist.
You're taking the antagonist.
Yeah.
The villain.
Yeah, like...
But see, that's where it does... Because they try to make her into the alter world, which is, like, the main villains of that is the anti-mom. You know, like the evil fucking mom with the buttons in the family with the buttons for the eyes.
Yeah.
And that's the feel I got from this trailer. Was like, this is like fucking Coraline on speed. Like, it's... And you're right, it does have a Strangers vibe to it. It really does.
That, and it also delves into the fact that the protagonist in... wrong word.
Antagonist.
Yeah, the antagonist in... what's the name of it again?
Which one?
The one that we're talking about now.
Us.
Oh, Us. In Us is the characters themselves. But nobody can hurt you more than you hurt yourself.
Yeah, and I'm kind of wondering, like where they come, because it doesn't explain any of that in the trailer, so I'm sure it explains it. I'm hoping it explains it in the movie. But is that something like, is it theater worthy? Is it way to read?
I think it's theater worthy. I would pay to see that.
I mean, because like Get Out to me was a fantastic flick. Like I thought Get Out deserved Oscars because Not because of the social mentality of it, but because like overall, the movie's really fucking solid. Like it's really damn good. And then there's that whole end scene where he goes ape shit and just like special ops motherfuckers in the basement or whatever.
I'm trying to think of what other movies are similar to Us though, other than Get Out and
Coraline.
And Coraline.
And The Strangers.
And The Strangers.
I don't. That's the thing. Jordan Peele's like. He comes up with new things, man. That's what makes him great. Except for the next thing he wants to do. He's been trying to push for Disney to let him make a Gargoyles live-action movie.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be cool. I would lose my shit.
I actually trust him with that.
Oh, I do too. He's a huge comic book and cartoon nerd. Like, he knows what he's doing. He knows what that shit is. But yeah, so... what about you? Us? Like, that's not your cup of tea, though, is it? Like,
it's not, but I would still see it in theaters
because
it looks fun because I love Coraline.
Because you love Coraline.
Yeah,
like, that movie's gonna scare... I feel like that movie's gonna... Like, Christian's gonna be like...
Not like that. I like I like suspense movies, just not like so much of the gore.
He doesn't usually use a lot of gore.
Yeah, no, that's why I actually like that.
And the thing about the movie, the Us, that movie we're talking about now, it's like, in a way, we can kind of like relate to ourselves with that. Because I think the moral of that movie, Us, the moral of that goddamn movie is the fact that nobody can hurt you more than you hurt yourself.
That should be the tagline, if it's not the tagline.
So how about you, Matt? Are you going to be seeing it on March 15th?
Oh, March! Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm probably going. I'll probably go see that. If I can afford it, March 15th, I'll probably be there. It looks... Dude.
It's us, right?
Yes.
Yo, yeah, man.
It gave me the... Like, when I first saw the trailer, like, it gave me the fucking chills. Like, at first it seemed like this, like... I don't know, it's like family comedy thing, and then, like, all of a sudden it gets real dark real quick.
Yeah, because at first they were all, like, happy and stuff.
Yeah, because they're hanging out with their friends at a beach. It's like vacation time and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then when traumatic events happen, or things start happening that they can't explain...
It all starts with this, like, fucking crazy cloak guy on the fucking boardwalk or whatever with, like, scissors in his hand or some shit.
Something like that.
Which is, like, I don't know, that's another, like... for some reason that's making me think more, like...
or maybe they were so traumatized that they saw themselves as an enemy.
I don't know. Maybe.
Fabricated.
We'll see when it comes out in March. So that pretty much sums up all the trailers. So we're gonna get into some things. We're at 52 minutes into this show. I don't want to cut too much of it, so we're gonna go kind of quickly. Hopefully, not too long. Pretty much, I just want to do a rundown. Maybe take a second here.
There's one quick thing that we need to go through is one that we've almost forgot. Avengers Endgame.
Oh!
For that, we'll be right back. We're back.
So I take that back because we do actually have two other movies we were supposed to cover. We forgot to cover. Not that we didn't mean to forget to cover, but the trailers have been around for a little bit longer. But since this is the first episode of Shoot the Reel, I figured we should jump back in and talk about them. We'll start off with the X-Men Rise of the Phoenix. I thought the trailer was good. I, for one, have been, ever since Days of the Future Past, like, after Last Stand, I was really disappointed. I was like, oh, goddamn, just reboot the X-Men. Just fucking get it over with. And they did reboot the X-Men, sort of. They released Days of the Future Past, or not Days of the Future
First
Past.
Class.
They released First Class, which I went and saw in theaters thinking, oh, it's going to be a fun ride, but it's going to be, like, shit movie. That was the best X-Men movie, like, even out of the first three, was like, that was the best at that time. I was just, like, blown away by it. Like, it was the first, it was pretty much the first X-Men comic, like, redone, but, like, with new things to it. The cameo by, Wolverine was fantastic, but the whole sitting and, hey, Mr. Logan, we'd like to talk to you about joining a, go fuck yourself. Like, it was just, like, I lost my shit and left, and I cracked my ass up when that happened. Didn't think anything of it other than like, oh, well, you know, Logan's in that one, so that's cool. Then they released Days of the Future Past. And Days of the Future Past is one of my favorite stories for comic books, like, ever. You know, because, like, Logan doesn't age, so, like, this mutant's like, oh, I need your help, blah, blah, blah. He's like, all right, we'll take it on. Professor Xavier is dead, blah, blah. So he's, like, hunting, you know, he's being hunted down with, I think, Kitty Pryde, actually. In the comic, it's Kitty Pryde. So Kitty Pryde is, you know, there, and I don't remember who does it in the movie, but the object of the movie, or the idea of the movie for Days of Future Past, and this is pretty cool because we got 2 Wolverine movies in the same year technically. Because Days of the Future Past is an X-Men movie, but at its core, it's about Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
So Wolverine gets sent back in time. Well, he gets sent back into his body in the past. I think by some weird thing by Kitty Pryde. I can't remember exactly. She does like this mind meld thing. Mm-hmm. And like, my God, dude, this movie was just like from the get go, it was just amazing. Once again, McAvoy was great as Professor X, and you had all that stuff going on with McAvoy. You had the guy from Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed the movie. Oh God, he plays Magneto. He's a great fucking actor too. Why do I do this when we're recording? Like I know, huh?
From Split.
No, that's James McAvoy. That's McAvoy. Which is now I can make the joke about Deadpool. Like we'll take it with Colossus. Like I'm taking you back to see the Professor. Patrick Stewart or McAvoy. Like great line in Deadpool. But yeah, so the whole thing is like. So the thing about like Days of Future Past was like it was another Wolverine movie, and like I love Logan, I love Wolverine, one of my favorite X-Men of all time, and Hugh Jackman is so good at it. Like obviously, if you've seen Logan, the movie deserved like Oscars, and so like we got to see Logan go back in time and like try to stop pretty much like Mystique from assassinating, I forget his name. He was one of the Trask. He's trying to like stop Trask from doing the Sentinel program and all this stuff. And the movie was really fantastic. And so the third one, Apocalypse. This is the cool thing about this is like the first one took place in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
First class took place in the 60s. The 70s was the
Future Past.
Days of Future Past, and then the 80s was Apocalypse, and I thought that was really well done for what you gave. And a lot of people were like mad because Apocalypse didn't move around a lot and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: like they used actual practical effects for Apocalypse. Like, that was all prosthetics.
Right.
That dude had such a hard time and almost fucking died being in that suit because of the heat and everything. Like he did what he could. But the best part of First Class and this movie, or not First Class, but Days of the Future Past and this movie are the Quicksilver screen. The Quicksilver scenes.
Yes, definitely. I can agree. You know what stinks though with Phoenix Rise of the Phoenix? We might not get a cameo by Hugh Jackman.
No, we won't get a. No, there's no cameo from Hugh Jackman. And unfortunately, we won't get one from Stan Lee either. Stan Lee's last, I think, cameo was filmed for the next Avengers movie, and that's kind of sad. But
for Rise of the Phoenix, you can watch on February 14th.
What's your cat being all Ultimate Warrior attacking Hulk Hogan for the door? Like, let me tell you something, Mary Jane. You run in there and you hit the ropes like nothing, and it's not a problem because the Hulkster can take it. You run into me, I'm like a brick wall, brother. Mean Gene, let him know, Mean Gene. I got it. I am the brother. Sorry. Anyway,
so yeah, you'll be able to see this on the 14th. I will definitely be seeing it in theaters.
Exactly. I'm right there because since the First Class, they've been the best X-Men movies. Like, if you go back and watch X-Men 1 and 2, they're okay, but they're really dated. The third one, Last Stand, was just like garbage anyway. Other than since I was a kid, I always wanted Kelsey Grammer to be Beast because I watched Kelsey Grammer on Cheers and I watched him on Frasier. Yeah, I was a weird kid. I watched those shows.
I watched Frasier too.
Night Court was my favorite. He wasn't in that, but like Night Court was my favorite show from that like time period. So it was like Kelsey Grammer being Beast, which is like, this movie sucks, but Kelsey Grammer is Beast.
Yeah, he also plays in Doom Patrol.
Yes, he is, and that's kind of cool. We're getting a Doom Patrol series because DC's killing it on their streaming site apparently, or their streaming. They need to make it like a streaming thing for all platforms. Once they do that, I think they'll be unstoppable. Because Marvel's planning on doing something similar.
Oh, it's because of Disney. Cause
yeah, well, Disney's gonna. Yeah, it's so. Rise of the Phoenix is gonna take place in the 90s. You're probably gonna see people like Jubilee. You're probably gonna see the fuck, man. Is there something you'd like to share with the class? Jesus. Is this because you ate nuggets off the floor? Damn. Them chicken McNuggets are just deadly when they hit the floor.
And then we're gonna see Storm. Their version of Storm.
Oh no! Well, their version of Storm. I think Storm was in. Wasn't Storm shown in Apocalypse? Like, she was one of the writers of the Apocalypse.
Oh yeah, she was. Yeah.
But here's the thing: there's no Psylocke in the trailer. They show no Psylocke.
Mm-hmm.
They show no Quicksilver, which really makes me like nervous because I love Quicksilver. I think he's the better Quicksilver of the two. Why? Because he could actually dodge bullets. Yeah, it was a fucked up joke. I don't care. So that looks great. Would you see it in theaters, Patrick?
Good thing.
Apparently, the Joker laughing gas has hit Patrick. We're sorry, folks. Jack Napier has apparently touched Patrick's special spot.
Fuck. I'm not. I like X-Men. I just haven't really. I've only seen like maybe one or two movies, and that's about as far as I've gotten. So I feel like if I were to watch another X-Men movie, I'd just be completely lost.
I'm gonna give you a crash course in all Clockwork Orange style. I'm gonna fucking hoist him up with his eyes all open with the prongs, like. It's just me laughing while watching X-Men movies, like, Days of the Future, ha 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 ha.
Yeah, we can do that for an episode on Shoot the Reel.
We could. We just gotta get taped because I can't really put prongs in his eyes like in a Clockwork Orange. Damn, Malcolm McDowell, that shit was terrifying. So the next one is Avengers Endgame, which don't want to give anything away from Avengers Infinity War. Or Infinite War? Is it Infinity War or is it Infinite War?
Infinity War.
Okay, that's what I thought, because it's like the Infinity Stones, but like, my God, that movie. In theaters, like, there are several times where I was just like...
It's gonna be tough, though. I just hope they don't release it the same date as Hellboy, because it is in April.
Oh, that would be dickish.
Mm-hmm.
That would be dickish. I'll do a double feature, but I'm more worried about like that ruining Hellboy's chance at like a strong run. Hopefully, if that is the case, Hellboy will be like, "Hey, we're gonna release our shit a week early," because there was another. They did that with something else not too long ago. It worked out. So hopefully that does not happen. As far as Avengers, which you, Patrick, up here, Mr. Laughing Gas. What the fuck, man?
I think he's getting woozy, so I guess we need to.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. Like, is this like a what's up with you? You alright?
Yeah.
Alright, I mean, like, the Avengers movie.
I've never seen the Avengers movies. Maybe like one of them.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I don't really know that much about the Avengers.
At least I own them all.
Yeah, but I don't know that much about the Avengers.
Yeah, we're gonna crash course this motherfucker. That's gonna be like the video special of fucking of Shoot the Reel. It's just making Patrick watch every single Marvel movie. Trust me, I mean, they're good movies. They're like really good movies. Like, even if you don't like the comics or don't read the comics, you don't have to know the comics to like enjoy the movies.
He's just like Tamra.
Yeah.
Who?
Can we do? Would it be wrong if we did like a Patrick?
Well, we can't say
Patrick
Patrick
explains
never
all.
seen.
No, but
like something.
Patrick sees for the first time.
Yeah.
And we'll do the Clarissa explains it all thing. Do you think we get in trouble for that?
They didn't.
Exactly. That's my point. See, thinking like a genius. Fuck you, Channel Awesome. I probably should have said that.
I'll edit that.
I love you guys. No, shout out. Really, realistically, I love you guys. You guys are great. You guys are great. Anyway, so the next trailer, that was it, wasn't it? That was all.
Yeah, that was all the trailers.
So all the trailers are done. So we're gonna get into this. Patrick, Patrick, we'll start with you.
Okay.
You're supposed to be like, all right, SpongeBob.
Okay. I can't wait.
Okay. All right. So you're on this because, well, you like movies, right? I mean, like, So let's start with you. Like, what is your favorite movie? Your least favorite movie? What is your movie that you have that everybody might hate that you love, so you hate to love it?
Oh my god. I guess I'll start hate to love it.
Devil Wears Prada? You seem like a Devil Wears Prada
Oh
type
my
guy.
god, there's so many.
Fast and the Furious?
Oh god. Where do I begin with that? It can be any. Whoops. It can be any movie.
Yeah.
Animation.
No, it's any movie.
Oh man, love to hate. Oh.
As long as it's not something with like Hitler in it, like
No.
Like, well, Inglourious Bastards, but you shouldn't hate. You shouldn't love to
What
hate.
about the producers?
I hate that fucking movie.
There you go. There's one of them. All right. So you haven't seen the original though. You have not seen the original, so I will say. Anyway, so okay, so like movies. What do you want to start with? Movie you hate to love?
Oh man, movie I hate to love. God, there's so many. If I had to pick, holy fuck!
Like,
I'm
what
gonna
movie-
skip that one.
No, don't skip it. Like let me reframe that to make it a little bit easier. What movie comes on that like everybody fucking hates and like you still kind of hate, but for some reason you still watch it every fucking time it comes on? Like you secretly just like enjoy that movie.
A Day After Tomorrow.
Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one. But why?
I don't like it, but I could watch it because I feel like some of that movie could happen in real life.
Okay.
And it's scary to think that way, but at the same time, it's like a really.
Yeah, but what about that movie? Like every time that you see it, do you feel like you need to keep watching it? Is it just like the survival aspect of it, or is it?
Yeah, the survival aspect of it, and the fact that like.
So not like the great special effects.
Complete civilization could be just wiped out, and we would have each other to rely on when half of society is pretty much fucked.
Garbage? Oh,
yeah, fucked. They're garbage. Yeah, they're garbage.
It's garbage day, motherfucker. Anyway,
God taking the trash out.
Okay, so the Day After Tomorrow.
Would be a
Great Dennis Quaid. That's Dennis Quaid, right? Jake Gyllenhaal, Dennis Quaid?
Dennis Quaid, I think, yeah.
I don't think Jake Gyllenhaal.
I thought Jake Gyllenhaal was the son.
He might have been.
I thought that was, no, that was, yeah, I think you're right, yeah, because I'm thinking of Deep Impact.
I do gotta say, like, I feel similar with that movie. I hate that movie. There's one scene I do love in that movie. The fucking mall scene. Like, where everything just, like, everything's so frozen that, like, the layers of the fucking mall start to shatter. And I'm just like, oh, this is crazy. Like, there's great special effects in the movie, but overall that movie's, like, god-awful.
Yeah, because Deep Impact was Elijah Wood, right?
I don't remember, dude. Deep Impact's one of the same type of movies. Like, I hate all those movies, but I'll watch them every time they come on. It's like, that, what the fuck, the one with, the dude from the new kid or whatever, where he's like a fucking super genius and they're gonna drill into the fucking earth to like stop something happening into the earth. There's a lot of those fucking
Journey
movies.
to the Earth?
No, it's not Journey to the No. Alright, okay, so what is your all-time like movie? And it don't
Yes, I was right. Elijah Wood.
you
He's
didn't
in Deep Impact.
Okay, but what about the other one?
Yeah, you're right. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Fucking know my shit. Dude, I still know my shit, man. I was the walking, talking encyclopedia. Like, I would challenge people at Hollywood Video. Probably not anymore because my memory's kind of shot now. I would challenge people when I was a manager at Hollywood Video. If they could stump me on a movie question that's like an actual, like, not just like a very obscure movie question, I'd give them a free rental. Not many people could stump me. It was great. They're like, you prove it. I'm like, I'd grab this giant fucking encyclopedia of movie shit. I'm like, right here. This is who's in that fucking movie. This is who it was. I also did some bad things. Are you going to pause it?
No, keep going.
Oh, no. So, movie that you, like, you just, it doesn't matter if it's a great movie to everybody else, just movie that, like, especially it's even better, movie that everybody loves that you just fucking can't stand.
Oh, Gone Girl. I hate that fucking
You
movie.
were just, like, all ready to jump on that
Gone
shit.
Girl. I hate that fucking movie.
Why?
Because the woman in that movie, somehow, she was fine, And for whatever reason...
Like, wait. She was fine, like, mentally? Or
yeah,
fine,
like,
fine.
No, like, everything in her relationship was fine. She had the perfect husband. Like, things were going great. And for whatever reason, she decided, like, you know what? I'm gonna, like, fuck his day up. She literally went out of her fucking way.
Is that Ben Affleck or is that Casey Affleck in the movie?
I want to say Ben Affleck.
Because I feel like with the Afflecks, everybody just wants to fuck their day up.
And,
I feel like that's what they think.
And it's also the actress.
Do you want to be Batman? Well, we'll make you Batman. We're just going to make it really miserable for you.
The actress who played in A Quiet Place, whatever, I forgot her name, the mother.
Yeah.
She played in that movie.
Was she the
Yes, the psycho
so
bitch.
Like, so in The Quiet Place, you're just like, I hope this bitch fucking speaks.
Not even that.
Open your mouth,
I knew she was.
motherfucker.
Like I knew she was. I knew she was playing another game.
I gotta give respect to the 11 of 7 because like their bottles are glass. That's impressive. I thought that was plastic.
No, it's glass.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, keep going.
In A Quiet Place, she played a different character, whereas in Gone Girl, it's not even a girl or guy issue.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the fact that in Gone Girl, her character went out of her fucking way so far, in fact, that she got pregnant by a guy and then cut his throat while he was on top of her, and she got all of her blood on him.
Sounds like a great first date.
And she like covered the body and shit and made it look like she protected herself in self-defense. Even going so far as to fucking cut herself and like change her hair and have like fake accounts and fake emails. And when a private investigator came and talked to him and explained to him like, your wife like disappeared, we don't know where she is, there's records of so and so, like who is this person, and he was fucking worried out of his mind. And then later on in the movie she does that shit, and then there's like cameras and stuff of her walking up. Oh yeah.
I mean, you don't have to tell the whole movie. I mean,
It was just the length that her character went to like try to get her.
So like
husband
you
back.
actually hate that movie because of actual. I'm gonna say this really well written. I don't mean like in a good way, but really well written like story development. Like you hate that movie for not from like a prosthetic standpoint.
From a
or
psychological standpoint, I hate that.
You
fucking
just hate
movie.
that fucking movie.
I see that
All right,
fucking
gotcha.
movie. Almost like Get Out, like how, but Get Out, Get Out was a good movie, but the message in Get Out was a little bit different than the one in
sort of, but you kind of there is. See, they were doing.
They both have similarities.
They both have. Yeah, it's like we're gonna fucking because basically the whole idea was, and it's like it's racism, but it's anti-racism at the same time, because it was like, hey, we're white folk, but black people are better than us, so we're gonna like make ourselves these black people. Like that's kind of like the whole part of that is Get Out is like this family is just like so fucked up in the head. They're like they're kind of so anti-racist. They're racist. It's kind of the whole thing. It's like that whole like you're so much against the problem, but you cause more of a problem.
Yeah, but both movies are pretty fucked up.
They are. Yeah. But I'm sorry. Get Out's like really. I've never seen Gone Girl, but
it's a movie I absolutely can't.
Okay,
stand.
So movie you love.
Oh, Indian in the Cupboard. I have three. Indian in the Cupboard, The Black Cauldron, and Anastasia.
Well,
My
damn.
top three.
Bartok.
Top three. Bartok.
Bartok. That's surprising. Because eventually, I do want to on Bump in the Night. I want to talk about Rasputin and Anastasia and all that because there's like a paranormal aspect to that entire story. They show it kind of in that movie.
A little bit.
But in real life, there's a paranormal aspect to that whole thing. Like they actually do believe Rasputin's been like when Rasputin died, people had already tried to murder him. I guess.
Yeah.
And then, like the day he died, he was murdered twice.
He was like the Adolf Hitler of assassinations.
No.
Almost, but...
What do you mean the Adolf Hitler assassinations?
Adolf Hitler... Like, you know how many times that Hitler avoided assassination?
Okay, but this guy, like, he didn't avoid it. Like, things would happen and he'd pop back up. And then on the day he was murdered, like, when they did like the autopsy back then, they found out like 2 or 3 different people murdered him or tried to in different ways, and he survived up until the last one. Like he was poisoned, castrated, like all this other shit, and, like somehow like
shot everything.
It's just like Jesus Christ.
So we can go over him on episode 9.
8.
No, we already have 8 being recorded. Remember, we have the
topics.
Oh, we have the topics. All right. So
anyway.
Anyway, so I'd say like movies you love, and okay, so you have 3 of them. What out of those? What's your favorite movie of all time? This is what I'm saying.
Oh man, a movie I could watch endlessly.
Yeah,
Indian in the Cupboard.
That's a surprise choice. Like I'm not saying it's a bad choice. It's a surprise choice. Like
yeah, I grew up on that movie. The movie's amazing.
Okay, all right. But why? I mean, like, why are you drawn?
Just the fact that I think in the height of that movie, like when it came out, I think it really like set the bar as far as like your mind and being your imagination wise, and having a cupboard and making something out of virtually nothing. If that makes any sense.
No, it does. I think it also set the bar for like that time, kind of like special effects, because like to do like that back then, to do like really solid blue screen or green screen with like small, like, you know, those actors had to act behind the screen, you know, like in front of the screen, and then like that kid had to act without them there, but with like cues that were like, they did a real good job with everything in there. It's seamless. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I can see where that's like. So that's your favorite movie of all time?
Oh yeah,
see, that was like kind of a shock.
Hands down.
One of them. Okay, so we covered the movie. Okay, so love to hate. You have that. We have that movie you hate the most, and we have your favorite movie of all time. Mm-hmm. So Christian, you're next. What's the movie that you hate that you love?
Hate that I love that other people hate that I love, right?
Yeah, pretty much. No, well, it's not like everybody's like, that's a terrible movie, but like you fucking love it.
You know how I hate Gone Girl? It's kind of like that.
Well, yours was kind of a shock in a like different situation than what I was going for with this, but it's great because it shows like.
What did you think my top would have been? your
all time favorite movie?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't. It was just that you picked that because like I don't remember like you. I don't. Like when I was a kid when that movie came out, so like the fact that it's one of your favorites is like kind of weird because like I was a kid when that came out, so like you're younger than me, so it was like the fact that you knew that it was just like, geez, it was kind of a shock. Yeah, it was like not a bad way, but like it's like pretty bad.
Hey, you're younger than I am, but you know that movie.
This has become very Kevin Smithish, and I enjoy the fact that this has become so good of a podcast. I think this is very, very awesome.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? There's got to be a movie that everybody hates that you're just like, well, I'm gonna take a stab at yours because I can't. It's not my worst, but I can't stand it. Legends of the Extraordinary Gentleman or whatever. With that last Sean Connery film that he did, which is like
LGX or League of Extraordinary.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
I don't like that. I like it, but
surprisingly,
I don't really
I thought you would. Like that's weird. I thought that would be your pick, but so there's got to be a movie that everybody else loves or everybody else hates, but you just like you watch it every time it comes on. You fucking love it. You hate the fact that you love it, but every time it comes on, you're just like gonna watch it.
It's tough. Superman 3. The one with Richard Pryor.
Okay, 4 was the worst.
Mm-hmm.
3 wasn't too bad.
No, but everybody hates it.
What does everybody see? Everybody hates it. I mean, that's Bizarro,
A lot
right?
of people don't like it. Yeah, it's the one with Bizarro.
They don't say it's Bizarro. I think that was their mistake. They don't say it's Bizarro, but I think there's like.
But yeah, they pretty much hinted that it's Bizarro, even though it's like a figment of his imagination type thing. Him fighting with himself.
So really, that's your choice? Like really? Because like.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so why do you love it?
Why do I like it? Because it's Superman. It's Christopher Reeve and it has Richard Pryor.
Fuck Superman. Richard Pryor's fake. Like, fuck toys. Come on, man. Anything he's done with Gene Wilder, you know, like, that's just fantastic, Richard Pryor. You know, like, Blazing Saddles was written by fucking Richard Pryor? Do you know why he got fucking fired from that?
No.
He was at a board meeting with like Mel Brooks, which is who helped write it with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's at this like it's like an executive board meeting. And he's like, anybody wants some Coke? And they're just like, what the fuck? Like he goes out there and he just like does his Richard Pryor thing at that time and like, oh my god. But like The Toy, great movie. Anything Richard Pryor is just fantastic. I like Superman 3, so I can't really hate on you for that. So
Here you can hate on me for Superman Returns.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually like Superman Returns too. I felt that it was like actually a decent sequel. I did. I felt like it was a decent sequel. I don't know. See, that's my thing with comic book movies. I don't know why people bitch so much about certain things.
Yes, if only they didn't complain, Brendan. Well, then if they did complain,
then we wouldn't have.
So we wouldn't have a good Adam. Yeah.
Dude, he's so good in Legends, and he was so good in Flash, or not Flash, but Arrow. And Patrick's losing his fucking mind again. Over here. But God, you're like fucking Bill from. Oh, no, you're like Micah from Red Dead. Like you just like lost your shit. All right, so movie that you hate, that you just absolutely can't fucking stand.
Saw.
What?
Saw.
So I thought you said Kroll. I was like, Jesus, that's bad, but it ain't that bad.
No,
so,
Saw.
What? So why?
Just don't like all just one of the Sauls is just more like it's just Gorefest. I don't really like the whole Gorefest aspect.
The first one wasn't though. I mean, there was parts, but like, it wasn't like too terrible.
Like I kind of liked the concept of it, but it just didn't stick with me.
To me, those always. The reason I like those. I mentioned that with the escape room thing.
Yeah, similar to like escape room.
Well, no, my whole thing was like, and I mentioned it with the escape room thing, and I didn't mention it on the podcast, so I'll mention it now. I wished it at the end it just ended up being like the Riddler, because it makes sense. Because like the Riddler is like that. Like he puts you in these death traps, and you have to solve them. Captain Tickle Pickles over here, like tickling his own pickle. Apparently, like he's just like, I don't know. He's like, God damn it, Dutch, you're a crazy piece of work, Dutch. So, all right. So, I already know what your answer is. I already fucking know what your answer is. Movie that your favorite movie of all times. We know what it is. Just go out and see. You don't have to like take a deep breath. We already know what it is.
Batman, Superman, From Russia with Love, and Ghostbusters.
I didn't say. Why is everybody picking 3? What is this?
But my
shit?
all-time favorite out of all those 4 that I picked.
Was it 4? And you said it so fast. It was like.
Even Turtles. Yeah, there's too many of them. But yeah, I guess my all-time favorite that actually helped me out a lot is going to be Ghostbusters, as everybody knows, because that's me. I'm a big Ghostbuster fan.
You're Egon, man. You're my Egon. I'm your. Wait. I'm your Venkman. I don't know. I would like to say I'm your Ray, but I'm more of a Venkman.
Yeah, you're more of a Venkman for sure.
I'm your Ray Venkman. you're Peter. You're Peter Stans. So that's your favorite movie. But why? What drew you to Ghostbusters? I think I know the reason why. It has something to do with your grandfather, right? Like,
it's not just that. The fact that my aunt used to always show me like horror movies too when I was like around 3, so that kind of terrorized me. And then I saw Ghostbusters, saw that they could fight ghosts. So
they didn't really fight ghosts.
Well, capture ghosts.
They pretty much got the shit kicked out of them. That's what made them so good as heroes. They get the shit kicked out of them, but we're able to like stop it.
I mean, to prove that you can actually take care of something like that, like a ghost or a figment or something like that, to help kids, just like Egon said. Well, the late great Harold Ramis. But yeah, that's
how's
why.
that floor nugget treating you? Fantastic. So, I mean, I don't know. How did you feel? I gotta ask you this because we're talking about movies. How did you feel about the new Ghostbusters film?
No, it was okay.
It was okay.
Yeah, it's not the greatest, not the worst, like everybody wants to say, but I thought it was an okay movie. Like, could have been a lot better, but then again, what one couldn't be a lot better? Just like Superman 3. Superman 3 could have been a lot better than what it was.
Yeah. I get you. Right. Shit.
So, Matt, what is the movie that you
Love to hate.
love to hate?
The movie I love to hate. There's actually a lot of these, surprisingly. See, you guys had 3 like favorite movies.
If you'd have to narrow it down to 3.
No, I get to say which ones, and then you get to ask me why I narrow it down. That's what happens here. Learn how to be a host. That's what I do. I do it the best. I am the host. I am the
Which is why he's our Venkman.
I am the cerebral assasker.
Huh?
Nah, seems like assassin, but assasker because like an ask question.
That's Oscar.
And this is
Right.
why you're the Venkman.
Sweet.
Host
All right.
of the World of the Psychic.
All right, so movies that everybody seems to hate that I seem to fucking love. There's quite a few of them actually. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which I'm wearing the shirt for actually. Fuck, man, there's a lot. Let's see. I think I won't go into the whole list. I'm just trying to think of like the one that is like the one that everybody fucking hates the most that I really enjoy. Oh, it's fucking tough. It's really fucking tough. Because there's quite a few of them. And I just had it in my head of which one seems like irk everybody that I'm like, I fucking love that movie.
Supergirl?
Fuck you. That is not what I was going to say. Shit. No, I really, like, I just had it in my head and I drew a blank. And that really sucks because it's like, don't tell him! Don't tell him! It's like, ugh. It's in my head and I won't watch it every fucking time. One of them was like the Dolph Lundgren Punisher. Like, I fucking, like, every time that movie comes on, I'm like, I'm watching it, I don't care. It's not like it's least accurate. Like, I don't give a fuck.
It's enjoyable.
It's enjoyable. But there's one that I had. This really sucks because it's drawn a blank. So I'm gonna try to think of it.
Blade 3 Trinity?
No, fuck that movie. Although Ryan Reynolds played Deadpool in that technically,
Yes.
so we're gonna, yeah. Her vagina has fangs. You should zip up that, by the way, as we're talking about vagina with the fangs. But now you're wearing a fucking bandana. What the? Oh, see, this is distracting me. And I had this fucking movie, and like everybody hates this fucking movie. And one of them is actually a Kevin Smith produced movie. There's 2 of them actually, Vulgar and Drawing Flies. People hate those fucking movies. I don't know why. They're so good.
I thought you were going to say like Chasing Amy and Jersey
No,
Girl.
no. Nobody hates Chasing Amy.
Jersey Girl, supposedly.
I love Jersey Girl. So there's a lot of these.
Wait, Chasing Amy? What a Gone Girl.
You haven't seen Chasing Amy, and so don't even insult it. I will fucking punch you in the mouth.
I actually like
I will
Chasing
fuck
Amy.
you. I will like.
You'll fuck me. Whoa, hello. He's like, I will fuck you. Whoa.
You didn't let me finish. With my fist in your mouth.
Whoa. Shit.
Yeah, it gets dark up in here.
Time.
So Christian's like, I don't know if I want to release this podcast. You will release this podcast, and you will enjoy it.
I just got a lot of beeps.
No, why? What the fuck? We're like letting shit fly. This is like we're trying to like I'm trying to be like Kevin Smith, so I don't give a fuck what I say. So it's kind of doing the hand motions too. I've noticed that. Like I'm starting to do that crap.
So Killer Clowns, I guess, is the one that you're probably.
No, there's one. I'm like seriously. There's one that I had in my fucking head, and I don't know why I can't remember it all of a sudden. But everybody fucking hates it, and I'm just like, oh. That might be one of them.
Oh.
Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way. Everybody hates Jingle All the Way.
Okay.
Everybody hates Jingle All the Way, but I watch that movie every time it comes on.
Turbo Man.
Yeah, dude. Dude, because of that movie, I wanted one of those figures. They never released those figures. I was mad.
Ironically, someone has one.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, they're. I think they did start to release them because I know.
Did they really? Because if I had known that, there's more though. Like Small Soldiers, love Small Soldiers. Fucking great movie with
Kindergarten Cop.
That everybody loved Kindergarten.
Oh, okay.
I don't even like. I haven't seen number 2. Like, see, that's my thing. Like, I love bad movies. That's like why I got selected to be a co-host to Evan and Josh on Villainous Cinema because like I love bad movies. It's kind of our thing. So there's a lot of those. So I really can't answer that question to a T while you're picking your nose. I really can't do it. Toxic Avenger, another movie people can't stand. I fucking love.
A lot of people like Toxic.
Have you seen the actual movies for Toxic Avenger?
Yeah, but you're the toxic one.
That's the first time I saw full frontal nudity when I was a kid. I was like, Dad, you know that cartoon I watched, Toxic Crusader? He's like, yeah. It's like, Cinemax is playing a back-to-back on the live-action movies based on that cartoon. Little did I know that it was reversed. And little did I know that, like, my God, there's full frontal nudity in the second one where a Japanese girl gets, like, her kimono ripped off. Like, she's like, oh. And my dad's like, what are you watching? I'm like, based on Toxic Crusaders. The 90s were a weird time. But there is one. It's like in my fucking skull, and like I can think of it, and like people fucking hated it, and I'm like, I liked it. I thought it was great, and I'll watch it every time.
Jingle All the Way is definitely one of them.
That's one of them. Like, see, that's the thing. I've been grown up to love,
but I actually like
fucking terrible movies.
I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, but that's my point though. Like, I love terrible movies. Apparently, that's like kind of so I can't really answer that one. I'll answer it on a future episode. Yeah, I'll shwick it out. Snick. So we got time, and I'll fucking. It's not the last one. We're okay.
Okay, well, you're not on the last one. You still have to go through
Yeah,
the one
more.
that you hate.
He's getting there.
The movie that I fucking hate.
Yeah, Matt. What movie do you fucking
The
hate?
fucking movie that I fucking hate.
That you fracking hate.
Donnie Darko 2 S. Darko.
I haven't seen it, so I can't give my judgment.
Oh
on it.
my God! Somebody thought like, and like, I appreciated the time. Somebody got me the fucking S. Darko movie when it came out for my fucking birthday, and was like all excited to fucking watch this movie. So we watched this fucking movie, and I just like Donnie Darko was such a good flick to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just like, The director's cut made it even better because like Kevin Smith's doing commentary out of nowhere, like on the DVD, like yeah. I just it was like what the flying fuck was that shit? Like I don't even fucking know. No, I'm good. I don't want any floor nuggets. So yeah, that's probably. I mean, there's a lot of fucking movies I hate too. To be honest with you, there really is. There's the reboot movie of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That movie was garbage. The third Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, that movie was garbage. Couldn't fucking stand it. Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, couldn't fucking stand them. Oh my God, there's so like this is the thing. You asked me, like I'm a fucking Pandora's box of problems here.
Well, just pick one.
Oh, movies. Going back, movies that people can't stand that I love. That the Jersey Girl is one of those. Jersey Girl's there. Jersey Girl. I actually thought Jersey Girl was a good flick. Just like I thought Red State was a good flick. I thought all his other movies, like I thought, what was that one he just released? Yoga Hosers. I enjoyed Yoga Hosers. They're like, it's garbage. I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I enjoyed Yoga Hosers.
Go fuck yourself.
I just haven't seen Tusk yet.
Oh, dude, it's so good. Tusk is, dude, it's on Netflix. Oh, we should cover Tusk. I was gonna do that with Villainous Cinema, but like I'll fucking save it for this shit. I don't care. Movie I hate. Oh God, there's so many of them. The Fast and the Furious fucking flicks, can't stand them. I'll watch them. Guilty pleasure. I'll fucking watch them. I like the Rock, so like that's kind of where that started.
Well, they're getting.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, your movies suck, so we're just gonna use The Rock and Jason Statham now. Have fun. We're making Expendables 5, 6, and 7. I don't know, man. Movie I hate the most. Oh, I got it. Movie that I hate the most that everybody loves. Gladiator. Gladiator. I'll watch it. I enjoy the action sequences.
Soundtrack
but Gladiator.
is awesome.
Gladiator is a No, I'll just listen to the God of War soundtrack because that's what it is. Gladiator is fucking garbage, and I'll tell you why. You have an Australian, right? You have an Australian playing a fucking Spaniard, right? Spaniard. In Rome with a British accent.
What?
What the fuck?
Like take all the nationalities, put them in a pot.
No, it's not even put in a pot. Like it's not even put in a pot. It's like he's supposed to be a Spaniard, so he should have like a
Spanish accent.
Spanish accent.
Yeah.
Like that. No, he's an Australian, you know, can't stand that actor, by the way. He's like in a couple good things, but he's just terrible.
Gerard Butler?
No, that's 300, and that movie was amazing. No, oh, I figured it out. See, that's what it was. I'm sorry, you just brought me back to the movie that everybody hates that I love a lot and I will watch all the time. Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch. That's what it was. Sucker Punch is so amazing. And the reason people hate it is because they don't understand it. That's what it is. They don't understand what's going on. And it took me 3 times to watch that movie, twice in theaters, to get what was actually going on. So back to Gladiator, though. You have...
It's Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah,
I was getting to that. You have Russell Crowe, who's Australian, right? He's playing a Spaniard, right? So that's already not going to work because he doesn't even look like a Spaniard from Spain. He also is, he's in Rome, so that doesn't work. I mean, it might work because Spaniards could have been taken as slaves and shipped to Rome, so that's fine. Then you have the problem that fuck. He has a British accent. You didn't solve me, Mr. Gills? Mr. Giggle Pickle Tickles?
Don't make me take out my pickle.
With the giggles?
Yeah.
So, like, it's just... I mean, like, Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix is great in certain things. Like, Jesus, Walk the Line. He's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he looks great in the new Joker film. But that movie, like, all I got from it was just like, yeah, for some reason you just hate Russell Crowe. Join the crew. Just join the club. We all want to fucking watch him die. So, like, and this is, once again, you're asking me like a Pandora's box thing.
So the next question would be, after that, Gladiators Kabaggle, would be, what's your favorite movie of all, not really all time, but what's your favorite movie that you'll watch nonstop?
No, I think you have to like all, like, there's a couple. There's Boondock Saints and that series. I love the Boondock Saints series. There's the Star Wars series, just fantastic. Not new, like original saga, 4, 5, and 6, and also there was another one. There was another one that goes back with the Star Wars thing to the like. Oh no.
Yeah, keep talking.
There was another one that goes back to the whole everybody hates but you try to break. Everybody hates but you love thing. And mine also was the Ewok saga movies, the 2 that came out. The Ewok movies to me as a kid were like just fucking fantastic. I wish I could get them on DVD or Blu-ray. So movies I love is like Johnny Darko is fantastic. The Boondock Saints series fantastic. The Warriors great. The Batman, the first Batman movie and Batman Returns amazing.
Or even the.
If I had to pick my favorite movie that I could like watch every fucking single time, and this is a weird thing because like it also ties into the movies that people hate, because it's not my favorite, but like the second one of this and the third one of this are like panned upon like a lot, and there's a fourth one actually which is also panned upon a lot. My favorite movie of all times, and I won't say any Kevin Smith films because that's like my favorite movie of all times is always going to be like Clerks and any View Askew film. It all ties into that. But like my favorite movie of all times is just it's Clerks, but without the obvious answer there would be The Crow. Just because The Crow to me was like when I was that weird kid growing up and shit, I just felt out of place. And then I see this movie about this like basically this goth guy finding love, and like I was kind of already into that like goth. When I saw that, it was like in the goth punk, yeah, I know they're 2 different things, but I was a weird, like, I was a metalhead, a goth, and I like a punk, and I was like, I was into a lot of different things, but I dressed goth, and like it's just like growing up, The Crow just always seemed to fit my fucking mentality. Like I'd mimic things that Eric Draven would say and like or do. When I walked into my electronics class when I was in middle school, and this is probably stupid as shit, but I did it anyway. Like I would just like run and like push down on the fucking table, and like I don't know if you've seen The Crow. I hope you have.
I have.
You know when he does that, like he runs towards the end of the table and pushes up, and then just like he jumps up and then sits and lands in Indian style on the table. I would do that every fucking day I walked in that fucking. I don't know why. I just fucking the tables were strong enough. I did it. And then I'd yell at my electronics teacher, be like, I can't remember what his name was, but like it was like I'd do the Feeney call, but with like I think his name was Clark. So we're like Clark, like just like annoyingly. But, like,
Sorry.
Oh, hi, Mark.
That's the.
I love
That's,
Boy Meets World.
Oh, The Room.
The Room is that would be under the movies I hate. I can't stay in The Room. Like I've tried, can't do
I
it.
did not hit her.
However,
It's
you
not
like The
true.
Disaster Artist.
Because that's an amazing movie. That is an amazing movie. So yeah, like I have a lot of fucking movies I hate. A lot of movies I love, and there's a lot of movies I love to hate. I hate to love. I'll get into more. Like we'll do like a special where it's just me talking about this shit more often. I was trying to get you guys lately.
I was about to say another thing we should do is in following up with movies that we hate. Period. We should watch them.
Oh, I'm all for that.
That'd be awesome.
We'll get a camera. We'll like record us watching and making jokes, and then we'll just cut it to where it's legal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can just face the camera on us instead of that on the TV.
Yeah, but you're still gonna have some footage of the movie. It doesn't have to be a lot. There's
snippets.
Yeah, no.
Nostalgia Critic does it.
Snidbits side to side.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll talk more about like the movies that we love and stuff like that because there's a bunch more that
I feel like
too.
this is probably like, and I love Bump in the Night, but I feel like as far as like connection goes and like emotion wise, this has probably been our best podcast, just because like I don't know, movies connect everybody. It's kind of always been a thing about movies. You know, like I grew up, I wanted to make movies. Like that was just like my thing. And, you know, like I got into the paranormal stuff thinking like, oh, I could like make horror movies and I could make, and then like it just grew from there. I started doing paranormal, you know, research and all that to do movies. And then I just never did movies because I couldn't afford to do movies. So like my shit skipped and went with movies. Everything I've done is pretty much based on comics or movies.
Mm-hmm.
And, so I feel like movies kind of like bring everybody together. I feel like in a world that seems to be driven and decisive, movies always seem to bring everybody back. If they're good movies, not if they're like actually driven to like be decisive or, you know, like racist or bullshit.
You know,
there are some of those out there.
You know movies I really like? I love comeback stories.
Like Rocky? Or
Rock-
fucking like Creed. I gotta see Creed too.
Rocky,
I gotta see
Creed.
Ooh, I gotta see. But yeah,
Never Back Down.
Never Back Down. Never Ending Story.
Oh my god.
Never.
Yeah, Never Ending Story.
There's a bunch of them.
There's a lot of them.
Oh shit, Little Giants.
Yep.
Little Giants.
Giants,
Oh, the
yeah.
Bad News Bears. Both renditions. I like the original and I like the Billy
The
Bob Thornton.
Benchwarmers.
But like, was it this Walter Matthau? Right. That was the person in the original Bad News Bears and like what?
What was the name of that one movie? It was a children's book about a kid with a big ass with monsters.
I've never seen the movie for that. It's a Maurice Sendak book.
Yeah.
On the Wild Side or something.
Yeah, on the Wild Side.
Yep.
I've never seen that movie
I've
actually.
never seen the movie either. I actually heard
I
that
haven't seen it either.
from what some people.
I read the
It
books.
was mixed. It was
Yeah.
mixed. So like people were like, oh, they changed a lot of stuff. I was like,
Oh, I mentioned my favorite movie for my all-time favorite movie, Ghostbusters.
yeah.
This year is the 35th anniversary.
It is the 35th anniversary. I don't know. Here's the thing. I gave The Crow as kind of like a cop-out answer. I'm just going to give my real fucking, you know, this is my real answer. Like, I love The Crow. It helped me grow. It helped me. But then, like, I discovered Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith changed my fucking world. And I'm going to say this because, like, maybe there's a fucking chance he'll listen to this, and this is the actual fucking truth. It ain't about, like, trying to reach out there to gain, like, attention. Kevin Smith is the man that made me appreciate films more than anybody. And the reason was being is that, like, at the time, you could make these movies for next to nothing. And it didn't matter about the fucking money. It mattered about making your fucking movie and getting your shit out there. And that's why, like, Clerks will always be, like, my all-time favorite fucking movie. I'm about to get teary-eyed, because
No,
I'm serious. Like,
we can do a full episode on Kevin Smith.
we will. But, like I said,
Trust
like,
me,
any View Askew film, Clerks standing
because I got some
standing
stories.
tall. See, we both do, I think. We have to have Richard because he's like he's the real life. He's my real life Silent Bob is basically what it is. I just Kevin Smith. Like, so Clerks is my. I'm gonna skip that because Clerks is my favorite movie of all times, and that was a cop out answer that came back to a cop. Not to mention Cop Out, the movie.
Technically, I gave a cop-out answer too.
Yeah,
Ghostbusters.
well, but I was trying to, because The Crow is very, very meaningful to me. But like, the more I think about it, I wouldn't be doing any of this shit. Like the podcast I've been doing way longer than Kevin Smith has, which is kind of fucked up. But I wouldn't be like pursuing a movie career if it wasn't for Kevin Smith.
Right.
And I wouldn't have situations in my life that are very like close to Kevin Smith. So here we go. Like, have you watched the Kevin Smith movies?
Aside from Jay and Silent Bob, no.
Wow.
Well, I know what we're doing for episode 2.
Yeah, episode 2, we're going to do this. Episode 2, we're going to force Patrick to watch all the View Askew movies in chronological order.
First time viewing, because we own them all.
We do. Well, yeah, I do. I don't have Clerks X,
I do.
which kind of... You have Clerks X?
Yes.
It's not my copy of Clerks X.
No, it's mine. I bought it from FYE.
I still need to get it
Or,
again.
no, I actually bought it from Best Buy because I got it for cheap.
Anyway, Clerks X is an amazing collection if you don't have it. Yeah, we're gonna make
And I
we're
even
gonna
got
make
the
Patrick
cartoon.
watch like all the View Askew films. It'll be a blast. You'll have fun. Trust me, they're great movies. Dogma especially. Dogma is amazing. That's my favorite View Askew film. Overall favorite movie is Clerks because of how it changed my life. But like as far as Kevin Smith's movies,
Me Mallrats.
Mallrats is great too.
I'll get to that.
We'll get
on
into
episode
all,
2.
We're gonna get into all Jesus Christ, we like opened up a wormhole. So that's where we're gonna end it. That's you got to know us a little bit more. You got it's weird enough if you listen to Bump in the Night Paranormal. Thanks for sticking by and listening to this because this is like a new fucking frontier for us. I know it's a little bit more harsh. Which probably should have put like a warning at the beginning of it. If you listen to Bump in the Night Paranormal, this might be a little bit more against the grain, but this is kind of the real us. And as much as we are serious with Bump in the Night Paranormal, and that's still the real us, that's family friendly. This is us being truthful about what we like in our movie choices. And I feel like this is a great first episode for Shoot the Reel. So with that, I guess I'm going to say, this is Maddie Violence, and I'm kind of tearful-eyed because we're starting to talk about Kevin Smith. And I just did the don't see me thing. You don't see me. Anyway, so...
Pull the John Cena. Good.
I'm Maddie Violence, joined by...
Playcon.
And Captain Tickle Pickle.
Okay, I'm giving you a chance right now to back out and use your own fucking nickname if you got it.
I haven't come up with one yet.
Ah, Jesus. So Captain Ticklepick. All right, folks. Thank you if you've listened. This is great. Check out our other shows, Bone the Night Paranormal. So I think you have a couple things to say here.
Yeah, so speaking of Bump in the Night, check out our merch shop at shop.spreadshirt.com/bumpinthenight-paranormal. And you can just Google search our podcast if you don't know who we are from Bump in the Night. Just Bump in the Night Paranormal Radio. We also have a Patreon too, patreon.com/bumpinthenight-paranormal. We're trying to get a few things worked out to do like shout outs and maybe giveaways and stuff of that nature. So that's all I have for Bump in the Night.
I guess for me, I have a lot of things going on. I am a co-host or a special guest. I don't know what's exactly going on. I'm on Villainous Cinema. You can check them out. I'm bad with things, so you can find Villainous Cinema. I'm sure we're villains, so it's it's kind of a good thing you can't find it so easily. I'm doing 8-Bit Diner, 8-Bit and Beyond. We pretty much do streaming. We do podcasts. We have an end of the year podcast coming out soon, or it's already out, I'm not sure. A lot of different things going on for us. A lot of different things going to keep happening. We're going to start making like short videos and shit too. They're going to be like beyond crazy. I guess with that I'll say, do you have anything to promote?
Yeah, I would just like to say, to those up and coming that have been listening to us as far as Bump in the Night, I just want to say Happy New Year, guys. Sorry it's taken us so long to put out an episode of Bump in the Night, but we will have one out very soon. Very, very soon. Again, we apologize for that. We've all been busy doing work and just focusing on work, but we will be doing this more often in this coming year.
Yeah. Next week we'll be recording episode 8
for
of Bump the Night. Sorry, we originally had an idea to do one episode every week, and then we kind of like got sidetracked. The thing is like Bump of the Night kind of takes a lot out of us. It's a very stressful show. We have to research, we deep delve into research. It's not like we just like do our thing and just make shit up. We do go out of our way to figure out like the best things to tell you and the things going on in the paranormal world. We will better ourselves in the next year. Thank you for everybody that's listened. Thank you for everybody who contributed. Some of your stories where some of your like ideas for topics will be mentioned more on. As Patrick said, we have kind of gone, and because I work retail, Christian works with fixing electronics, Patrick's working with like arcade games and stuff like that are getting like some surprisingly, and I'm happy about it, are getting like a big surge in business, which is really fantastic because I love old arcades. So we have been busy over the season, and that's kind of why we've slowed down a little bit. It's not against you, it's not against us, or just being lazy. We just had a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
But we've decided to take that time and have decided that, like, because Bump of the Night is such kind of... It's not like a stressful thing, but we do get dark in a way that, like, we have to talk about certain topics and subjects that are a little bit...
Out of the ordinary.
Out of the ordinary, and they kind of bring stress upon us sometimes. So we thought, like, doing Shoot the Reel would be...
Shoot the Reel is basically
a cleansing.
Like a cleansing of what we're doing. Like, Bump of the Night is our serious show, and
this is our talk shit, shoot the
talk
reel.
Shit, shoot the shit. Shoot the reel.
Shoot the reel.
Shoot the reel. Yeah, shoot the reel, shoot the shit. Same thing.
Yeah, so basically what our schedule's looking at now is like every other week will be Bump of the Night Paranormal being recorded, and every other week will be Shoot the Reel. Unless we can get together earlier on a Friday night or a Saturday night. If I'm not busy with 8-Bit, then maybe we'll record 2 episodes and we'll figure out a way to put them out. So with that being said, I'm Matty Violence.
I'm Captain Tickle Pickle.
Until we find you a better fucking nickname.
Until we find a better nickname.
That's kind of like your apprentice nickname.
Yeah, my apprenticeship.
Your apprenticeship. And then,
Playcon here.
Playcon. How do you spell that? Because, like, you spelled that...
I have 2 different versions because of people having to take it on things. I have...
Shit beans.
P-L-A-Y-C-O-N, and then my newest one is P-L-A-Y-K-A-H-N.
That's too much. Alright, you got it.
No, shit beans, though, because we didn't even mention the other show that we're working on. And things might alter. Like, we might have to change the next episode we're working on.
Oh, prepare to be bored.
Yeah, there might be some situations going on that I don't really want to talk about, just because it's like behind-the-scenes type stuff that's just not working in my advantage.
Check out your unboxing video, at least.
We might not be doing the Prepare to be Boarded episode of Fireball Island, but check out the unboxing video. You'll watch it and you'll think it's one thing that you think of production-wise, and I'm telling you, it's a totally different way of how we did it. So just go give it a watch. It's fantastic. With that being said, Prepare to be Boarded might not be doing Fireball Island due to some restrictions. So we'll figure something else out to like fill in. So with that said, Matty Violence. I guess this is Matty Violence signing out.
Tickle Pickle is Riwadoshi.
That was my sign out, man. You just like
Riwadoshi. You're
gonna go hunt down like.
I'm gonna bend my flying saucer.
You're gonna go hunt down the
bend my flying saucer.
You want to get them scalps and them
Bitch.
Have a good night, folks.